Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Sorry about that. I suddenly realised I haven't got a coffee. And I'm saying, have you got your coffee ready? It's going to be a good one today. Lots to discuss. It's all happy day. Oh, Electrodoc's on it. He's got his popcorn. Happy days. Boiled his white monster. Like a cold remedy. Oh, I bet. Sugary, sugary, sugary. You have a recruiter ID. Does this mean you've joined? Yes, it does. I said I would. So I've got up this morning. I thought I have to do it today. I have to. So £20 for the year. Bargain. So yes, 62803 is my number. Way! Give it all up for Advance UK. Oh, happy days. Look, it should look, I got all my little ratings. Look, oh, look at that. In that swish. We are the people. So yes, I've joined Advance. It's all happy days. I can't keep saying here like, oh yes, I will. Oh yeah, I was meant to. Oh yeah, I should have done it when it was a tenner, shouldn't I? But there's so much going on. It's Parents of UK in the house. Someone who is green because he's a member. Thanks to Electrodoc yesterday, giving away five memberships. Good man. Oh, it's happy days. So yeah, there's a link. You'll see the pinned message in the chat at the top. That is the link for you to go and join Advance. 20 quid for the year, bargain, and everything else that comes with it. You know, if you're going to support Advance, then support Advance, innit? It's my own fault. Taking so long. So, the boob whisperer now, because I'm mental. I'm mental. Are you mental? Get in the live chat. Tell me, are you mental? I am. Definitely, 100%. I've got pills to prove it. Yeah, Pouncy's own thanks. That was good of him yesterday. 5 memberships. Yeah, it's all going on in the world of politics at the moment. I've got a few things that we can go through. All happy days. But I hope you're all well. So please get into the live chat and say hello, introduce yourself. Want to know who's here? You're all part of it. And if you've been here before, you know I try and get through all the messages. So, you know, if you've got a question or anything you want to say, the chances are it will end up on screen. So it's all happy days. Yeah, go to pill and pay work and go into a mental health centre. Yeah, I've been close to that a few times, I'll tell you, mate. Woman, yeah, happy days. You got to joke about it, otherwise, you know, you cry. But yes, first things first, I suppose. What are we going to start with? What can we start with, people? What can we start with? Oh, press the wrong. I say you start it. By pressing the wrong button. There you go. Come on, Wiz. But you would have all seen this. What do you think about this? What do you think? Matt Goodwin for Reform UK. I've not heard anything of that. We're talking about him in a minute. I've got him should be lined up for the second chat because his party is splat. So it's all good. It's all good. What's blurry? Me? The screen? It's all looking good this end. Let me have a look at my other end. Yep, it all seems to be good. Well, it seems to be. You've not been drinking, have you, Pouncy? Is that why it's blurry? I'm checking my things here. It all seems to be okay. So hopefully it's not a me problem. I've had. Oh, it's you. That's right then. Happy days. Corbyn in the boob whisperers a cola thing. Ooh, that's what I say. It's either the alcohol or some other reason. Oh, 1440p. Oh, it's going HD. Happy days. But Yes. What about what do you think about Matt Goodwin? I mean, I've seen him on GB News. I've seen some stuff that he's sort of said in the past or whatever, because he was a bit like sort of 50-50 with regards to Islam, this, that, and everything else. And I'll see what he says today. So we'll go on what he says today and what I've seen of him on GB News. He's actually going to be the candidate for the Reform UK in the Gorton and Denton by-election. What do you think about that? Apparently, Mr. Goodwin, who studied contemporary history at the nearby University of Salford, joined Reform UK MP Lee Anderson for the party's by-election campaign launch in Greater Manchester. He's the first major candidate named ahead of polls opening on February the 26th, joining Shabazz Sawar from the Workers' Party. Speaking after being unveiled, however you say it, Mr. Goodwin declared the by-election is a referendum on Starmer. What do you think? What do you think? Because I know, I think I've got it set aside with regards to, we'll talk about the Andy Burnham and Labour situation with this and a Mo as well. But what do you think about Reform UK having Matt Goodwin and him being the Gorton and Denton option or candidate, as we say? What do you think? What do you think? Let me know in the chat, because I have to be honest, from what I saw of him on GB News, I actually liked him. But obviously, you know, I'm an advanced person now. But how it is currently in the situation of politics, Matt Goodwin, I have to be honest, I like what he says now, and I like what he stood for, like when you listen to him on GB News. But you got to be careful, because Layla Cunningham, she come across on GB News like she says all the right things, and then you not only find out that she's Muslim, that she's going to go for London Mayor, and you think, hang on, we just had one of them and it was disastrous. So what do you think about that, my friends? Let me know in the chat. Not like GB News as much these days as they push reform. Talk TV open to all still at the minute. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've not been watching GB News as much because Layla Cunningham, I'm not interested in what she says now. That, what did I say? Matthew Stadlin, the Jewish person who seems to hate Jews, which is really strange. And then what really does bug me, though, you go to watch, say, Michelle Dewberry, and it's not her. You want to watch Jacob Rees-Mogg, not her. You watch Farage, it's not him. Like Alex Armstrong or someone else comes in. I like them anyway, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, it's all advertised as one thing. So, but when Layla Cunningham or that Matthew Stadlin come on, I turn over instantly. I'm just like, no. So, joined Advance when I met them in person, and it was yeah, that's my own fault. It was a tenner, but I joined. I paid 20. Oh well. I'm doing my bit. I paid double because I'm doubly supporting. And some news that you might want to know, people. Rat fans. Who am I? Rolling Rat. Whizfam is what I was supposed to say. You never guess. I emailed Paul Thorpe, and he responded and said he would love to come on for an interview. So whoa! So hopefully, I've emailed him, obviously, saying what that day and the time and everything, so we could have a live. We'll be chatting to Paul Thorpe. So if you're on there for that, then you can get your questions. We can ask away. I've said to him that rather than have it like an actual like formal interview, I'd like it to be more of sort of chilled out, like we're having a chat, but obviously I'll be asking questions. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll hopefully be having Paul Thorpe on very soon for an interview. So that'd be good. And he is a member of Advance and in the college for Advance. He's got a massive YouTube channel, over 300,000 subscribers. I think it's 308,000 subscribers to be precise. So it's going to be good. Yeah, it'll be good to get on there, get to know him, who he is, what he does, and his political views, etc., etc. So yes, so it might just be Paul Thorpe in the house at the Wizard Fam. So how cool would that be? It'd be great to have him on. I have asked him a question before live on his channel when he was with Sarah White from Advance, obviously. But I was going to ask him then, but I didn't want to sort of jump the gun and say, you know, Mr. Paul Thorpe, I've got a channel. It's like, mate, you're on my channel. So I didn't say anything. So I've emailed him. So Paul Thorpe will be interviewed by The Wiz very soon. So stay tuned for that. And I'll make sure I get it up in time so you can get your notifications on it. I'll be live tomorrow. I put 6 o'clock. It's up already. So go onto my YouTube page and click notifications. Get that on. And also for Friday, 4 o'clock. Click, notifications on. Happy days. And obviously don't forget to like, share and subscribe because it helps The Wiz and we're all part of the same fam, aren't we? Happy days. So yes, and as you can see, I've added some words. Look, so we've got The Wiz's words, political news and reviews at the top, so you know what's going on. And when I haven't got these names coming up, it says that we are the people. Yes, we are the people because we count. We are important, just so you know. Membership was supposed to go up to 30, but Ben being a non-money grab, he reviewed the price and put it down to 20. Oh yeah, it was 30, mate. I wouldn't have done that. I could have gone and bought myself a new Tottenham jersey. No, not really. But either way, it's a good price. So you know what you're getting with an advance, don't you? But like I say, the link to the advance, if you want to join, is at the top of the chat. I pinned it up there for you. Just click on that and it take you there. Go register. 20 quid for a year. Be a part of the future. Talk, one of the only mainstreams apart from other countries who talk to Ben like Sky USM but not Sky UK. Yeah, I think that Sky Australia seems a lot better from what I watch because Douglas Murray's on that, but and talk. But yeah, it seems strange. I don't understand why GB News would not have Ben Habib on. I don't get that because they say they're the People's Channel, this and that, and they're open or whatever. So do you know what I mean? A great news, Wiz. Yep. Definitely, yeah, it'd be great to have him on. I couldn't believe it. I actually said to him, I've emailed him 2 or 3 times, I think. And I said, I've emailed you a couple of times, but obviously it's not response. Maybe, you know, my channel's not big enough, whatever. But I'm hoping, you know, you'd consider like coming on for an interview. And he's like, I didn't get those emails. So it was lucky I did email. So something must have happened. But either way, he saw it, he responded. I've responded back saying, like, any day or time, not a problem. You let me know what's convenient for you because he's obviously a very busy man and a very popular man. So, you know, I'm open and I'll go live whenever. And happy day. So Paul Thorpe will be here live and we can have a chat, get to know him and his political views and who he is, obviously, as a man, as a father. And I believe he's a grandfather, same as me. But I'm a pops. I'm not a grandfather. I'm a pops. Happy days. Advance won't win an election. That's the issue. As it currently stands, Harry, you are correct. You know, if there's one like right now, no. It's going to take time. They're new. They got over 60,000 people. I saw someone today, actually, an older gentleman saying that there's 40,000 members, but I believe it's actually 60,000 members of Advance. They hit the 35,000 within 6 months or something. But yeah, like people say, splitting the vote and this and that. I mean, we say it probably nearly every live stream, but I'll say, I know people like in the next one will think, right, get rid of Labour and Conservatives, right, we're voting reform, blah, blah, blah. But Advance is brand new. Do you know what I mean? Well, relatively new, should we say. So yeah, no, it's not a problem, you know, everyone's fully aware of that, but Advance is a party for the future, 100%. Good interview. A lot of people follow him and all his talks, so a lot of people will see your channel. Yeah, hopefully, you know, if it helps me grow, then brilliant. But it's good to get the message out. He's part of the college with Advance, and obviously they're the ones that can give the no confidence vote and vote people in and whatever. So it's all good. I mean, the way I'll talk, I should be the Portsmouth Advanced UK candidate, shouldn't I? But if I was to do that, I'll be a bit worried because I know we talk about like politics and like Islam and etc. or whatever, but you know, I never talk that I don't like Muslims. It's not about that. Obviously, Islam. I openly say that I don't like Islam for what it is. I've read the Quran, Hadith, and that. I don't have that be an issue. I'd have to say to Ben, like, you have to look through some of my videos on YouTube, you know, because of my views and that. I'd be like, oh no, it's not suitable. Do you know what I mean? I've never like sat here and said anything nasty. YouTube like done one of my videos for hate speech when I was talking about the Bondi Beach. And I was like, hang on, I'm only talking about the shooting. Do you know what I mean? I've never, or I hope I've never come across, you know, that I'm hating or giving hate speech. I'm not like that. Like, I do not like Islam, but I know Muslims. They're good people, friends. Not all Muslims are out there being like the Islamist. Like, ideology, terrorism, and blah blah blah. They're not all like that. I know. So I really try and force that sort of narrative across. That I'm not saying it like whatever. I'm hating on Islam and what it says in the Quran and the ideology. It's just wrong. I mean, it could not be any more obvious that like the fakest prophet ever on the history of the planet is Muhammad, and I don't understand how people don't understand that, which confuses me. But that's my view. But hopefully that won't stop me. But I mean, if they turn around and said, "Oh, Advanced UK, you're gonna have Portsmouth," I'll be like, "Yes, I will. I'll be out for the people, giving them what they want, listening to what they want. Yeah, I reckon I'll be good." My missus is like, "Yeah, you'll be good at that." I've been in sales and security, so I can look after myself. Notepad this, I'm going to Benidorm mid-February. I'd love to say hi to him if I see him. Oh, yeah, you have to say, what's it called? You have to say, like, when he's on or something, say, like, "Oh, it's all right if I look you up while you're there, get your photo and that." That'd be good, mate. You get more news from other countries, what's going on in the UK. And yeah, you do, because don't forget, like, channels like the BBC, they're a bit like, chosen narrative. So I'm not a big fan of a reform, but it's them or bust for the short term. Yes, Harry, that's it. That's basically it. Exactly. Spot on. Yeah. So that's just the way it is. GB News are controlled by Farage. They are basically controlled by Farage, like BBC's controlled by. See, that's what I was worried about. And I swear I saw somewhere else about that, because they don't seem to, even with what we're talking about right now with Matt Goodwin, it's like, what BBC doing? And then GB News, like you say, that would not surprise me. Do you reckon Farage's got his money in all sort of shares? Inform Paul that he's among friends. One of your moderators got in touch with, hit him in touch with Sarah White. Oh, right. Yeah, I'll have to say that when I talk to him, and I'll say, "Oh, Electro Doc in there. He's one, I believe, that got you in contact with Sarah White." But you need to get me in contact with Sarah White, because I'll get her on for an interview as well. I've got Sarah White, Paul Thorpe, Graham Moore, Jade Chapman, and Ben Habib. I've got them written down. So if any of you watching this knows how or when I can get hold of them, any which way, whatever, then let me know. I need to have a look on the Advanced website. I don't know if they can sort of email someone like Ben Habib direct or what. I do not know, but that would be very handy. Over 60k now. Yeah. A lot of people are waiting for their policy. 7th February should get a lot of more people. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I was a bit dubious about paying me 20 quid to sign up, because I was like, well, we haven't seen it yet. But I've listened to Paul Thorpe. I've listened to Sarah White, Ben Habib. I watch a lot. So, I was a bit like, well, just join. They're not going to come out with anything that I disagree with, I'm sure. Yeah, so I took the thing and right, let me put my money where my mouth is. You don't seem insane. Oh, it's a bit dodgy on that one though, mate. I've got the pills to prove that it's bipolar, depression and anxiety. That's what I got blessed with. So anyone out there sort of, with mental health, I always thought about doing like a mental health video, but one, I don't think YouTube would do it, and two, like, get it out there for me and like show people, and you're putting your heart on your sleeve and talking whatever, you want people to see it and hopefully help people. But I don't think like YouTube would do much. And then it comes a time you just think like men will see it and like ignore it. They'll be like, no, whatever. So it makes me a bit like, to talk about certain things. But if a lot of people are like, no, sit down and talk about mental health, then I would. But I'm always a bit dubious, because people are like, oh, no, I'm not talking about that. Do you know what I mean? They turn off. So I subbed and look forward to building our communities. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Harry. Appreciate it. I'd like Rupert Lowe to lead a party in 2030. Yes, I did put up a post. I only had 4 options, so I couldn't actually put Rupert Lowe or Kemi Badenoch. But I thought, who would make the best PM? Like Nigel Farage, Zach Polanski, Ben Habib, Nigel Farage. That had about 27 votes or something the last time I saw it, but I'll be going through that tomorrow night. I'll be live tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. We'll do an evening one, see how we go. But yeah, I appreciate you subscribing, Harry. I really appreciate it. Every single one counts. Trying to build a big community, get everyone in the chat live. I'll try and go through all the chat as much as I can. When I've got people on like Paul Thorpe, obviously people would say whatever, and I'll, as and when questions, I'll say, put the questions in there. Other than that, do a super chat. I will not miss it. And I'll probably do like say if you want to pull forward, but definitely ask him a question, do the super chat, because that will be asked. Because obviously, if you donate any money that supports the channel via super chats, your questions will be answered 100%. But I do try and go through the chat as much as I can. I will get on with the Matt thing. I was just trying to keep up with you lot in the chat because you're all very talkative, just like me. I am the whiz with the verbal diarrhea. Paul know a lot when he's going on with Advance UK, etc. He's seen the policies, but he's waiting until 7th after Advance announces them. Yeah, probably will. I mean, you know, I'm going to ask what his political views are on this, that, and everything else. Won't be going too much into that, obviously, because it's not out there. So, like you say, Paul must have direct access to Ben Habib, more proof that we, the people, have influence on policies. Yes. Hopefully, you know, if it all goes well and Paul's happy, you know, with me and everything, and he doesn't mind the long hair and the beard and looking like Gandalf, hence the Wiz. Yes, it's a nickname. Yes. People in real life actually call me Gandalf or Wiz. Yes, they do. Or Jesus, believe it or not, but can't take that man's name. But yes. So that's how this has all come about. It's not just a fluke. But maybe, you know, Paul's happy. He'll be like, oh, I'll get hold of Ben Habib, actually, you know, growing channel, get him on there, have a chat, you know, relaxed atmosphere, get people like yourselves out there asking questions. I'm more than happy to ask your questions to anyone I have on. But I need to try and get a few people interested and line up a few interviews. It'd be good to have like one really good interview every week, wouldn't it? But it's trying to get the people, even if it was once a fortnight, at least it'd be something that we look forward to. And we're like, we've got a whole week, and like, yes, this gives me time to sort out what questions I need to ask and research the person and understand who they are. Have a look at the history of, yeah, I know. Yep, I'm up to speed with that. You see the original I made about his video, Pope. Keep saying that, Amelia. I haven't looked into that yet, so it's my own fault, isn't it? Harry, we also need the next party to navigate the civil service, which Reform are doing, I think, getting these Tories on board. Many obstacles ahead. Yes, we've got more obstacles than ever, I think. Nigel Fund's part of the GB. Oh, does he? I see. I never knew that. I fancy Sarah White, LOL. Well, if you know how to get hold of her, you need to let me know. But don't harass her. Sharing is caring. It is. Paul Port can call him or give him a direct message. Oh, that'd be good. Hopefully, he'll put a word in as long as he likes what you know what happens when he's with me. Maybe he'll help. I've just blown out on Plenty of Fish dating site for being too political. Oh, why are you on there? What? Are you trying to find a fishy girlfriend? Is that what it's all about? Is that what you? But. Anyway, where was I? Let me This is a chance for the people of Gorton and Denton to have their say on Keir Starmer and make history. Wolf from UK's candidate said, i.e. Matt Goodwin. I will stand up for the local people of Gorton and Denton against the broken Westminster establishment. I will demand Britain fixes its borders, invests in our National Health Service and clamps down on crime and antisocial behaviour. Which it will take time. It's not going to be overnight, is it? Only Reform can be trusted to fix broken bits Britain. We will put the people of Gorton and Denton where they belong. First, Gorton and Denton needs reform. Well, do you agree? Do you agree? Mr. Goodwin, who serves as honorary president of students for Reform, has family roots in Manchester. His grandfather working in a local steel factory and his parents work for the NHS in the city. See, that's what makes me nervous. Like, I'll be well up for blooming, you know, like, oh yes, Advance UK, go the whiz. Mind you, I'd probably have to start using my real name then, which I never wanted to do. But you know, why can't you have the whiz as someone on there? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Oh, the wizard. Oh no, we got to have your real name. But when I read things like this that you're saying there, like his grandfather, this and that, that's what makes me nervous because me and my family, we don't get on. I don't want anything said about what was supposed to have been my adoptive parents and this, that. I don't want anything said. I don't want anything done. Do you know what I mean? I want nothing to do with it. So it makes me nervous. So, I've got my family. That's it. But, you know, my family treat anything above me or along whatever. Like, I don't want people knowing. I don't want it out there and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose if you're in politics, it's tough. It's tough. Thumbs up. What about Hamu? What's her name? Is SPM? Oh, well, Shabana Mahmood. Yeah, don't know what's going on there, but that hopefully not. because I believe she is actually Muslim as well. So I don't know. The British people will be like, hang on a minute. British politics will end as it evolves into Scottish, English, Welsh, and Irish politics once again. The final nail in the coffin of English imperial colonialism. Take no prisoners. That's a good name. Yeah, well, hopefully it'll be seen and stopped, and maybe not. But you know, anything's possible at this stage. I mean, politics is so far up in the air and here, there, and everywhere. If Wiz asked Paul to filter Wiz messages are important or something. Wiz asked Paul to filter Wiz's messages as important or something. Yeah, I'm very important. I'm a wizard. What more do you want? Got no money as it is sniffs. If I did, I would. I'd have him address you as your first name, Wiz. Yeah, I don't know if I really want my name out there. Do you know what I mean? But no, that is not my real name. Ben does talk a lot. Yeah, so do I, mate. Need to get rid and have a new civil service. Also, totally get rid of Ofcom and get free speech back end. All this monitoring, yeah. You're trying to find a girlfriend, but definitely not a fishy one. Well, get off plenty of fish, because otherwise, you know, you're going to have a girlfriend that's got tropical fish or koi carp in the garden. Is that why they're on there? Because they've got plenty of fish. Nice one, Wiz. Plenty of fish. Yeah, fishing. Goodwin is against Tommy. Tommy actually spoke highly of Goodwin on the Dan Wootton Outspoken, another channel I watch and subscribed to. Dan Wootton actually says to him, and Tommy says, yeah, what he said before and all that, like, forget that. Like, what is he talking like now? And Tommy Robinson said he likes what Matt Goodwin stands for. So whether Matt's going to see that and think, you know, whatever, so he won't be against Tommy, but Tommy was not against Matt Goodwin. He's obviously the bigger man and says, like, what you're saying now, sound as a pound. Yeah, he seemed to like all that. So yeah, that was on one of Dan Wootton Outspoken. There's a channel if you want to try and find it. One of the I think it would have been yesterday's live stream of Dan's that he was on. But yeah, Tommy said he likes Matt Goodwin. So Reform UK's policy chief Zia Yusuf and former Tory MP Jonathan Gullis had been mooted as potential candidates for the imminent by-election. However, Mr Goodwin was selected instead, with the academic now hoping to become Reform UK's 9th MP after polls close on February 26. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage said the Gorton Denton by-election is a referendum on Keir Starmer and his hopeless government. So that's probably a good way of saying it. But basically, yes. Happy days, right? Don't want to harp too much on about that, do we? So yeah, yeah, we're going to talk about Corbyn. Your party, that's what it's called, was boom, gone. Yes. Corbyn, I've never liked Corbyn. He seems to be very much sort of a supporter of the Islamic ideology. I don't know. It's just something. It just seems really, really strange to me. I was surprised his party lasted that long, but it's doomed. And it's Zara Sultana. When press the paper, every single message, photo, video on mobile phone will be monitored and check. Remember, it's all for the safety of kids. Not. Yeah, strange. Depol at 2, Mo Wizam. Electrodox. Oh yeah, what did you call it? Electroc? Wislam. That'd be my religion. Wislam. Mahmood say her main and life goal is always Islam and Muslims. She charged police security, borders, etc. Yeah, there's a video of her saying like number one priority in her life is her religion. So. Mo Wizamid. That's government problem. I've got a photo on my phone of a bum munchkin hanging in there. I sent to doctors during the pandemic. That's all you need. Support for England, Europe, the West to come together now and discuss the future, especially offline without censorship. That's basically it, Harry. You spot on, mate. They do. And that's why I'm trying to say, like, yes, I know we talk about Islam and that. I'm not doing it in anything like, I hate Muslims kind of way. I'm not. I literally say, like, I do not like Islam as a religion, but that's got nothing to do with actually Muslims as people. They're us, their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters, their grandparents. You know, they just want to live and be happy as we do. I wish that they turn around and realise, see what's going on, and sort of leave. But maybe they're still worried about being apostate, because that can come with sort of like a death sentence and whatever, and they can get indoctrinated for the whole life, so they'd never leave, which is a shame. But I just want people to understand. That's why I keep saying it. It's like, I've got Muslim neighbours, no issues whatsoever, and I had different Muslim neighbours, and they moved, not because of me, but they got a different house and just moved, basically. Honestly, it was nothing to do with me. They didn't know about my channel. But when I talk about Islam, I'm literally talking about the religion. I am not talking about Muslims. I'm not putting them all into one basket and saying, oh, because this Muslim, that means all Muslim. I've never said that. Never. And if you get that idea, then you're wrong, because, like, you know. So literally, just let people live and let live and do their thing. Happy days. You know, they got kids. No one wants to leave this planet soon, early. But when you got Islamists and they think they welcome death more than life, that really throws me, because no way any God, any creator would ever say that, because this is it. This is our life. Let's make the most of it. So let's all live and be happy. So don't care if you're Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, Sikh. I love everyone until they give me a reason not to. But I'm just not a fan of the religion of Islam. So I'm glad I got that through. Why did they have all this online monitoring for protection of kids, but they were not doing anything physically, not even inquiries for kids, just monitoring it, arresting as many people as possible online? Yeah, none of it makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start, mate. Each time an MP defects to another party, there should be a by-election, but Starmer stop that. Yeah, I mean, as soon as someone moved, because, you know, if that's what I said in my last stream, like, say if you got, you know, Mr. A, who's a Conservative, and he leaves and goes, say, to Labour, then that is a Conservative voted seat. So Mr. B should step in as a Conservative and take that place. And so it stays Conservative, because it can't just go to, oh, it's him who we elected, but now he's Labour, so we're Labour. It's not. They voted, say, for Conservative. So if you move, then surely someone from that party, the sitting party, would then take their place, so they wouldn't have to vote again. You'll just be like, no, we've got a new person on behalf of Conservatives to step in until the next time round there's votes. That would make sense. Or, like you say, just to have a by-election. Like, you know, if you're going to leave and you're the sitting person for said area, then, yeah, have another by-election quick. Snap election, or whatever you want to call it. So that would make sense, yeah. Agree with live and let live. That's literally what I said. Live and let live. Live and let move. Yeah. Honestly, they didn't move because of me, mate. But the thing is, they know they're in a Christian country, Christian ideology, the way we live. We're supposed to be proud of our culture and our history, unless people are trying to make us feel guilty for it. So, do you know what I mean? We are who we are. So just let everyone be everyone. And I would never go to say, you know, move into an Islamic country and say, right, this is where I force Christianity on everyone. I wouldn't do that. It's they're, you know, if they're Islam, they're Islam. So I don't understand how Islam will come here and go, oh no, they're Christian, let's make it all Islam. I don't understand that at all. It's like, it makes no sense. Many people have been arrested for photo to the docs, also a photo of their own kid. Just wait next week when all gets scanned. If you're on Android, you can keep deleting safety core app they keep. Oh, be careful when you write wait. It's WAIT, not WEIGHT. Pouncy, come on. You're using more letters than you need to, and every letter counts when you're doing those messages, because I think you're limited like 140, aren't you, like Twitter? So if you put WAIT, you'll save 2 letters on wait. Installing it on your phone without or agreeing to it. Yeah, that's what scares you, isn't it? But I mean, I have a mobile. I know, literally, I do Clash of Clans on that, but I don't use it otherwise, and I don't really play that much at the moment, so my phone just sits there doing nothing. I've got a phone, but I don't use it. So there you go. That's how much I need a mobile. So Mo Hijab has been preaching how to unlove non-Muslims. He'll get away with it because he's under that freedom to preach religion law. Bought it in Banana Bamood, who is, yeah. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. Don't know what we can say about things like that. I mean, finish it off, a Muslim. Also turn on safety options in your mesh Google phones. Just delete. I bet Starmer will start a war with Russia or anyone else civil just to cancel the general election or try to stop it. That wouldn't put anything past Keir Starmer. I don't know what people think, but yeah. So let me know in the comments. If you're watching, get in the comments, say hi. Be part of the whiz spam. I try and go through everything. So if you do put something in the comments, it will come up on screen. I was going to point this out to Bouncy. We've got dyslexic, auto, and ADD plus many other. Oh, yeah, you got a bingo card. Hard to talk or get you what I want to say. And YouTube keeps deleting comments, which is UK free speech working well. Yeah, it does certain things. And that's nothing to do with me or anything else. So you have to also let me know like how you get adverts as well. I mean, hopefully you don't get many. I haven't touched any settings or anything like that. So, you know, I'm hoping it's not like, I don't want you watching this and you're bombarded with adverts. That's the last thing I want. But I don't want to get one here and then one there because you got to support the channel. That's how I get paid with ad revenue. But let me know how many what's it called, if you watched yesterday as well. Nearly 2,000 people sort of tuned in. So let me know if like your adverts, like do you get them like every like 20 minutes, every half hour? Do you remember you got one or two? If you know, let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to know. That type of weight means how heavy something is. Weight relates to time. Yes, that's what I was getting at, mate. The only thing I'll get for you is 2 and 2, but that's almost impossible to get right. To get right, so put a letter 2. I'll see what you've done there. Is there a strange cult-like system based on initiation from what I can gather? Yes. Oppression, intimidation, ideology. Yeah. It's crazy. 13 disabilities now keep adding to the list. Want to take some away. Yeah, give it time. Pray, mate, pray. I'm sure. But at least you haven't got 14. I'm trying to look on the bright side for you there, mate. But yeah, Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana's, yeah, Sultana, not Raisin, Sultana. Your party is set to be wiped off an official register. It can be revealed. The two former Labour politicians, who are both listed as directors of the party on Companies House, have tussled for control, while the launch of the party last year has been dogged by questions over the legalities of fundraising. See, not even a year. It can now be revealed that your party is set to be deleted after an application for the organisation to be struck off Companies House was filed on Wednesday afternoon. I assume that would have been last Wednesday, would it not? Can't be today, surely. The party will now transition into an unincorporated association, the same setup as the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats. So that's a bit. Your party spokesman said, this is a planned step in our democratic funding process. No, not really. Your party will now be an unincorporated association governed in line with our democratic member-approved constitution, registered and regulated by the Electoral Commission. Jeremy Corbyn, Zara Sultana and other leaders have been contacted for comment. They're done. They're done. They're doomed. They're done. Under UK rules, the Electoral Commission, the regulator for political parties, should be informed of any changes to its financial setup. Party officials said it told the regulator about the temporary setup of the limited company when the organisation was set up. That seems a bit weird. So is that a way, like because they're on Companies House or something, they can't take certain money off certain people? That seems really strange. I think they're doomed. I think they're doomed anyway. Who is it? Your party. What a stupid name. Sultana's unauthorised launch in September was recently flagged for the risk of serious criminal activity by the Information Commissioner's Office, as first revealed by the New Statesman. The ordeal began with Sultana's email to 800,000 people on the mailing list urging them to pay 55 quid. Blimey heck. The former Labour backbencher told her followers on social media the site was safe and secure, but Corbyn then posted with a message to warn people from accessing the unauthorised site. Strange. After referring to the issue to the ICO, Corbyn's Peace and Justice Project was told to report the matter to Action Fraud, with police investigations taking precedence over independent reviews on the potential data breach. That's weird, isn't it? Independent MPs, including Adnan Hussein and Iqbal Mohammed, who had previously joined the new group, left in complaining about smear campaigns and factionalism. So Mr. Hussein and Mr. Mohammed, so you can see where his support lies in the world of Jeremy Corbyn, can't you? Corbyn and Sultana have said the organisation provided an alternative to left-wing Britons disillusioned with the Labour Party's stance on everything from foreign affairs to public ownership of services. It's always failed, though, hasn't it? That your party, it's never been popular. The pair have sparred against each other in briefing wars, which each started different slates in a competition for dominance over strategy. See, even the two main people, I mean, the whole party, like I say, it's doomed. You can't. So you're with Company House, you're not. You've got these two people are supposed to be like co-leaders, but they're actually fighting each other. I mean, how does that work? Sultana also hit out at Corbyn over issues including the naming of the party. She briefly boycotted the party's first conference last year over an alleged witch hunt as members were expelled. And I think that's it, is it? There we go. So that's strange. I thought it's worth mentioning because Jeremy Corbyn, I'm not a fan at all. Are you a fan of Jeremy Corbyn? I assume not. Not only does Labour, they cancel my operations to save money. Any operations or treatments 50% or under to save money. They keep going on about waiting list down. They keep cancelling them. That's terrible. Oh, yeah, he said yesterday, 50%. Yeah. That seems strange, doesn't it? Like, oh, we'll save money over people's health. It's like, hang on a minute. My mum stops at green lights because she has dyslexia. Make it make sense. It doesn't even say stop on the red lights anymore. Yeah, it did, didn't it? See what you're saying there, geese? I had to think then. We think stop on a green light. I was like, oh, yeah, it means go, doesn't it? Even though I had to suddenly think then. I'm not too sure what website they had. But if you want to go to the advanced website, there's a link at the top of the chat. Follow my link and it will take you there. You can register for £20 for the whole year. Support advance. Oh, yes. How you doing, Robert? Good to have you here, my friend, on a glorious Wednesday. Dentist delivery left my front tooth too short. Wants me to pay £350 to build it up to the same height as my other front tooth next to it. That's a bit cheeky. But are you telling the tooth and the whole tooth? Sorry, that's where everyone just goes, oh, trying to be funny, mate. But yeah, in the world of Labour, it's all going wrong as well. It's all going wrong. 50 Labour MPs have signed a letter objecting to the decision to block Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham from standing in the upcoming Gorton and Denton by-election. Because I actually thought he was their choice. And then Keir Starmer turned around and went, nope. So I was like, oh, maybe not then. But now 50 Labour MPs have actually signed a letter. So, I mean, what do you make of that? Everything's going wrong for everyone, which is good, because I suppose that's good for Reform and Advance. I've not seen anything negative about either party, Reform or Advance at the moment. But, Conservative have got issues. Labour seem to have issues. And what was the other one? What was I talking about? Conservative, Labour. Oh, Greens had some issues a wee while back. Yeah, so they've all got things going here, there and everywhere. So this is not going to do Labour any good. The letter, which has been sent to Sir Keir Starmer. Why do they call him Sir? I'll just call him Starmer. I'm not calling him a Sir. No way. Warned the decision to block Mr. Burnham represents a real gift to Reform UK and suggests the Greater Manchester Mayor may be Labour's very best chance at winning the vacant seat. Yep, because I think if I got the next story we go on is actually onto this as well, to do with the Greens, because they're going to get the Muslim vote apparently, because obviously their deputy leader is Muslim, and that's the way of getting rid of Labour. So they're going to vote Green. So it's all up for grabs. It could go here, there, or anywhere. So you got Matt Goodwin going. You could have had Andy Burnham, which, like say, good for Labour, and then Greens. or getting the Muslim vote. But I thought this had knock-on effects. Was it because Keir Starmer is actually worried about then Andy Burnham being voted as if like the next possible leader? So he's worried about that. Labour's MPs also suggested there was no legitimate reason to block Burnham and asked for the Labour's ruling National Executive Committee NEC to re-evaluate. So I reckon it's got to do with Keir Starmer scared that he's going to take the place. What do you think? I'm just listening and learning about your guys' politics. Yeah, we're all learning. This is all new stuff that come up. Don't forget, we're live tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening as well. We're doing evening ones, see if they're popular. Obviously, I'm trying different times because Monday and Tuesday I done 1 o'clock, Wednesday and Friday 4 o'clock. So I thought Thursday do an evening. So we're going to do 6 o'clock. So we can all learn together. 2 top advanced members in Wales have stepped down, and we don't know why. Paul might know. Yeah, Richard and JJ. Richard Taylor and JJ Slater. Yeah, I saw something earlier. See, I've been looking around, been learning, been educating. So yeah, I'm not too sure. But one of them, Richard, he has some shorts like videos, and he swears a lot, and you're a bit like, whoa, like, you know, potty mouth. But I've got no issue with swear words, but there's a time and a place. And if he wants to talk about advance, but he's using swear words left, right, and centre, that's not professional. I mean, now and again, you're going to get one word come out here and there. Everyone's just like, whatever. Half the time, it's funny. But this was constant. Like, he's like, oh, effing this and oh, effing that. And you're like, well, hang on a minute. So maybe he's done advance a favour. But maybe he fell out of favour. Maybe they'd spoken to him about it, but he was swearing a lot. So maybe that's something to do with it, Electrodoc. I don't know. Let's call you Doc. Call it shorter, innit? Call you Doc. You're the Doc. Doctor Who. Do you hear about a lot on the news? But I don't understand a lot of it. It depends what channel you're watching and what sort of angle you get given. You know, you want people to put Britain first. Like the Reform and Advance, to me, will be the top 2 parties, I think. Labour and Conservative, they've had their chance for how many years? Decades? Isn't it? The Green Party's just no. But I suppose GB News is all right to a degree, but if it's going to start being like, because Farage has got a piece of the pie or something, it's going to be Reform favouritism, and I don't like that. But your best bet is to learn about any party, like obviously Green Party, UKIP, Advance, just put the title into YouTube and see what videos come up, and if they've got an actual page, and watch some of their stuff. And if you like what you hear, happy days, then watch the next one. If you don't like what you hear, you prefer the other one, and then, you know, watch all the others, and then eventually you'll come up with something. But Ben Habib, he's on Twitter and YouTube. Just look up their names of the leaders and see what they say. You normally get a lot of news on X or Twitter, whichever you want to call it, but X is quite quick, so that's always worth keeping an eye out. But other than that, Robert, I mean, I literally just get most of mine as and when I want it from YouTube, because I get to see. I don't want to put like it's like BBC News on and they're pushing their sort of Islamic narrative. I'm like, hang on a minute, do you know what I mean? Blimey heck. So I like to just watch what I want to watch. Dan Whitten, he's a good one to watch. He's impartial. It's probably more in line with us. Tommy Robinson, Ben Habib, Paul Thorpe. So actually heard of polymorph, me fix several teeth of it. Oh, elaborate on what you don't understand. If we can help, we will. Okay. The new people vote Labour, guarantee vote for them, so they need as many as possible to take the number of original UK people. Yes. Not heard of polymorph, only the shapeshifter on Red Dwarf. Real was gone. It's now a Von form, a party full of has been. Yes, you're right, Paul. That's what I've got a video, and I've got a few weird comments in that, because I put I'm not voting for Conservatives rebranded. I mean, because I'll be honest, I was looking at reform and I was looking at advance, and I was like, which way am I going to go? But obviously I signed up with advance today. But in the political scene at the moment, reform are probably the best bet, because advance, I found that they had 5 councillors, but we read somewhere, I think yesterday, wasn't it, during the live, they actually had 13. But it's still not enough. They're still growing, but they are a party for the future. So yeah, I'm going to start paying my £20 yearly membership and support them and watch them grow. But what people have been saying, and a lot of people obviously agree, it's like they're voting reform to get rid of Labour and Conservative, which I was saying yesterday. So yeah, you got conform, and then you got reformatives. Someone put it in my channel, in one of my comments. I said, I'm stealing that. That's so funny. Reformatives. And she replied, you're like, yeah, you're welcome. So one word Ben said on Tommy stage was it about being a banker? Yeah, I mean, you know, when it's strategically placed in a certain environment, then happy days. Because I mean, I understand swear words, do you know what I mean? But I don't want every 5 seconds. But when one pops out, it don't bother me. But when it's just constant, which I believe Richard did do on his shorts and YouTube videos. So because I think he's got a YouTube channel with a woman, Richard and someone else. I can't think what it was, but yeah, that with a big grin. Me, my life on mobile, but it's custom OS. Yes, it runs all app software, GPS locked to the South Pole, VPN locked to Austria, mock scramble. Blimey heck, so never been in the UK. You got it all going. Dan, good. Yeah, Dan Wootton. I've done a video and I actually put like his channel in the video that I've done. I put all the links there for people. So, Doggy, the Islamification. Did I say that right? The way it's spelled of the United Kingdom is all planned. That's the future of politics in this country. God help us all, said a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. Yep, that would be a problem, because obviously the whole ideology is just, it's not set up in anyone's favour. I mean, to be any part of that, I mean, to me, I'd look at more sort of the reverse of God, isn't it? It's sort of like more on the satanic side of things. Reform are peaceful coup on the Conservatives just to get Farage into power, in my opinion. Yep. I don't reckon, even if Nigel Farage was Prime Minister, I don't reckon it'd be a bed of roses. Honestly, me disabled and Advance UK want to help all UK people and fix NHS, help disabled pensioners, veterans, farmers, etc. Yep, Advance stands for good stuff. M4, hello, fellow Brits. Think you're trying to destroy my country. Oh, he's obviously talking to Islamists. You really appreciate it. Happy days. But yeah, I think, you know, as far as this is going, it's going to play into the hands of reform, and supposed to be Matt Goodwin. Because how many people watch GB News and seen Matt Goodwin? Honestly, he probably smashed this now. So I don't know if, but yeah, Keir actually defended his decision. So resources, whether that's money or people, need to be focused on the elections that we must have, not elections that we don't have to have. The Prime Minister said earlier, and that was the basis of the NEC decision. But that makes no sense. Not elections that we don't have to have, but they do, because the place needs someone. So you got Matt Goodwin, and then you'd put up, say, Andy Burnham. So that doesn't make sense. Not spend money on elections that we don't have to have. That makes no sense to me. So what, Keir doesn't care about that area. The names of those who have signed the letter are not expected to be made public, though they are being communicated to the party leadership. Oh, what now? See, that's going to go wrong. They're actually going to start picking on them, because 50 people said, yes, Andy Burnham, what you're doing. So Keir is now going to find out who those 50 are, and then do whatever, and say whatever regarding those 50 people. Maybe even remove the whip or whatever they do. Do you know what I mean? For the decision to block his candidacy, Mr. Burnham said, I've said what I need to say, and I am here I am back in my job. a full focus on my job as Mayor of Great Manchester. But even like as Mayor of Greater Manchester, it's not been brilliant, has it? It's not been a bed of roses for him either. No bed of roses. Keir can't defend a wet paper bag. That's basically it. Left in that, don't start name calling. You're welcome to learn about patriotic beliefs and welcome to intelligent debate. Yes. Keir just want to cancel all elections as they will lose. Yeah, I don't think it's right because there's like 29, which was 26, was it? Was it 24 or 26 were actually Labour areas? So they're worried about losing all those seats. And then we'll have a Prime Minister that's Labour, but there'll be no Labour seats anywhere in the country. That's what they're worried about, I reckon. Meanwhile, Labour activists in Gorton and Denton have also put pressure on Keir to reverse his decision to block Mr Berlin from running in the upcoming by-election. 17 members of the local Gorton and Denton Labour Party penned a letter to the Prime Minister accusing him of playing with their future and handing the once safe seat to Reform UK. Well, it seems to be half the Labour people know. How come is it Keir Starmer's the only one that don't know? And that's our Prime Minister, people. This is the head of our country. I mean, could it be any worse? I know he's the worst Prime Minister ever in the history, but this is just making him look even worse, a little bit stupid. In the letter, the group of Labour activists wrote, as members of the Gorton and Denton Labour Party, we watched as our future has been played by party figures in Westminster. We didn't want any of this to happen, but now it has. All we want is a full voice and say in who our candidate should be, which doesn't seem to be too much to ask, really, does it? Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? The people. The whole point of elections is about the people and the country as a whole. So you can see why Labour are having issues. Let the best come forward to represent our wonderful constituency and brilliant people. They seem to be more clued on than actual their Prime Minister. Let the brightest and most convincing campaigner be selected on what will be a nation-defining by-election battle between Labour and Reform. It's not going to be a battle, is it? It's going to be a walkover. I think Matt Goodwin's just going to slam dunk. Let Gorton and Denton not be the first domino in Greater Manchester to fall to Reform and instead the platform for the fight back against national populism. It will be the first domino, I'm afraid. I can see it. Can you see it? I mean, do you reckon that Gorton and Denton will be Reform? As post holders and activists from across our CLP, we demand simply that we decide who our candidate should be. In that way, our campaigners will come out and work tirelessly for the candidate in their campaign to win and vanquish Reform. So who have they actually putting up? Who are Labour putting up for Gorton and Denton? Have they got anyone? I'll probably carry on reading and it'll tell me, but I don't get it. So who have they got? May elections, local MP and mayor elections. Yes. Ron Hope. Advance UK for a better tomorrow today. Let common sense prevail. Exactly. Yep. And if you fancy joining for just £20 a year, there's a link at the top of the chat. Follow my membership code. Get there and register at £20 for a year. Cheap as chips. Not even £2 a month. So yeah, best way to show your support is by investing in your future for 20 quid for the year. I just thought, I hope it renews so I don't have automatically renew so I don't have to keep doing it. Just let it renew, innit? Just let it slide, and you know the money's in the bank, so you can just do. I assume he will not listen to anyone, will not understand, will not look at the facts, will not do anything for the UK. Every deal he has done is to benefit others. Yeah, like people with money and blah blah blah, innit? So I didn't realise I left that ticker going on at the bottom. Yeah, so it's all crazy. You need to expand on that, mate, because I don't know if you can actually see me, being that I look like a wizard. So what are you on about? That's just a nickname I've been given. So, you know, as I look like Gandalf. People call me Wiz, so there's no idea for that. Paul Morby. It's a bit random, but nonetheless. In day-to-day life, people call me the Wiz or Gandalf, like I said earlier, or Jesus, but I don't like that, obviously. I can't be compared to someone like that. But I don't mind Gandalf or Wiz. That's my nickname, hence the Wizard's Words, because it's me talking with verbal diarrhea. So, yeah, Advance, it's your best possible chance at the moment. Well, not right now. At the moment, Reform. Everyone's going to vote Reform. But then, as and when the party grows, Advance, they will take it to Reform, because I can't see Labour or Conservatives doing so. And Advance are the party for the future. There are more new passenger Reform Party than there are on the 12 o'clock dinky out of Calais. Yeah. So, yeah. So, well, no, if you have long hair, you don't actually need a haircut, do you? Because your hair's long. If I wanted short hair, then yes, I would look like I need a haircut, but I don't. So, but I mean, what does it say? Who do you follow? Is it Labour, Conservatives? Because obviously, if you like to just suddenly appear on someone's channel after an hour while they're live, because you obviously have a really popular channel, I take it you got 5,700 subscribers or more. You're probably the big cheese, are you? Any particular reason why you come here with personal attacks? No, don't think so. I don't know why people have to do that. It's ridiculous. And there was me talking about me bipolar, depression, anxiety. It's people like that kick things off and makes you angry. But they never used to do that when I worked on the pub doors, lobbing people out of pubs. It's funny, they never used to say much then when I was right in front of them. They're like, "Bloomin' hell, how tall are you?" They were like, "You're like 6'7". I'm like, "No, 6'6" actually, mate." Yeah. And one bloke's like, "Yeah, you're just as wide," because obviously I went down the gym then before my heart attack. But it's funny how everyone's a keyboard warrior, isn't it? But, let it go. This means the NSE should reverse the decision to block Andy Burnham and allow him and anyone else to stand before us and make their case to represent our seat at this unprecedented political moment. I mean, what Labour want, it doesn't seem unreasonable, does it? But Keys is like, "No." Go to the polls on the 26th of February because ex-Health Minister Andrew Goodwin resigned as a local MP over health concerns. Oh, I hope he's all right, though. Don't wish ill of anyone, so hopefully his health isn't too bad. He was first elected in 2005, but was sacked by Starmer. I've been embroiled in a WhatsApp controversy surrounding a group called Trigger Me Timbers. But however, Labour insiders have grown increasingly cautious about Keir's chances of holding onto the Manchester constituency. It's not going to happen. Realistically, we know that we're going to lose. A senior government source told The Times. Another Labour source insists the Prime Minister is not writing the seat off, but needs to be quick out of the blocks to position Labour as the principal challenger to reform. No, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, is it? I think literally, if you want to say why did Labour lose the seat, Keir Starmer. That's why they lost. So, hey, now I'm talking about people here. Be good to, yep, that's what it's all about. Apparently, GB News are pro-reform. I think we all know that now. Yes, Ron. They were saying earlier, like Farage has apparently got his finger in the pies with GB News, but for those who support reform, happy days. But what about those that don't? I mean, it's a bit like the BBC pushing the Labour Islamic vote. Do you know what I mean? All narratives. And I don't watch GB News nowhere near as much. Normally now, I used to sit and watch like maybe for an hour just to see what's going on in the political spectrum. But while I have my dinner, now I'm just like, nope, straight onto Netflix. I really don't watch normal telly, live telly, so to speak. Anything live or any information that I wish. YouTube, I watch YouTube. The Greens and the Muslims. You spell it like it, I say it like it, Dougie. Block votes are the danger. Make everyone vote in person. That's the only way to get an honest result. Yeah, I've got it. This is the next story. Look, you're on the button there, mate. Literally, look. Muslim voting group back Green to stop Nigel Farage as PM braces for bruising by-election defeat. So I'm on it. Leftists in chat, don't start name calling. You're welcome to learn about patriot beliefs and welcome to Intelligently Debates. Yep. Electrodoc is the current active admin. He has the ability to ban, delete, and blah 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 blah. Advanced reform, both full of ex-BNP, EDL. No, not really. We got someone who thinks he knows everything. We're the ones who fought, and Paul's deluded. Have you led a sheltered life? Yeah, that's it, Harry. I mean, what? So all he's going to do now is swear, and he's like, "This is my opinion. It's different from yours," and he'll force it on you. Do you know what I mean? No BNP members have been dissolved since Tommy discovered said people in the movement. Yep, that's why he left. Because Tommy is not a racist. Yep, Paul, you are very naive. Yes, we don't support reform, so more attention to detail required. Yep. We're just saying that obviously at the moment we're realistic that they're probably the best option, but we actually support Advance UK. I support them financially and in my mind and in my heart. But he's sort of like Farage is basically going to be the best from the worst, isn't he? Because there's no one else. I mean, Advance suddenly ended up with like good 200, 300 councillors or something, all possibly all part of the party, and it's huge like that. Then they could be actively out doing the do, and there'd be whatever. But it's not going to happen this time around, I'm afraid. So, yeah, I don't think anyone does actually. You're in the right place if you don't believe Farage, yeah. I don't think it's going to be a bed of roses. It's going to be a good way. Excuse me. It's going to be a good way of getting rid of Labour and Conservatives for the first time ever. It'll be nice. What will happen? I have no idea. I said just earlier, it ain't going to be a bed of roses at all. There's going to be stuff coming, and people are like, "What? What's going on?" Blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't actually, anything that Farage says at this point, I do take with a pinch of salt. Whereas when I listen to Ben Habib, like unscripted and saying what he says, Paul Thorpe, who's also a part of Advance, Sarah White, I've heard these people talk. They just come across as people like us. And I'd rather that. I know he wears a suit and a tie. I would if I could. Want to go out, purple suit, purple tie, white shirt or black shirt, But they come across like they are real people, whereas Farage is so far, I whistled then, so far up his own backside that you've got to take it with a pinch of salt at this point. I mean, if he gets in and proves us all wrong, does whatever, then good for him. But I mean, I'm not going to change my mind and go, oh yeah, I'm supporting reform. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing that. I would vote strategically if I had to, but I will support Advance UK, full stop, end of. No discussions. So, do you know what I mean? So yeah, anything to do with Farage is just dodgy. When I was fighting in the Falklands, I am so naive. I also marched against the ENF. Well, ex-serviceman. It's a shame your introduction was like it was, because I appreciate anyone who's willing to stand up and literally have courage and fight for the country, then respect. But as of right now, I wouldn't say we've got a country worth fighting for, which is a shame. And it's not something I really want to say, but but all the armed forces for their courage and everything, I've got a lot of respect for them. I was looking at being in the military police actually originally, just so you know. Yeah, bed of rose thorns. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, all with an F on it for Farage, or a naughty word. Thank you for your service, Paul. Advance UK is on your side. Exactly. See, there you go. See, there you go, Paul. From all your insulting the whiz. And if anyone on here believes Habib, then I actually feel for you. Habib is actually on the ball. It's actually set up. That's the thing. See, Advance is set up that, like the college with the people, you can actually have a vote of no confidence, and you can actually vote out Ben Habib or anyone within the party if you have no confidence in them. The people can vote them out. What can you do in reform? Nothing. It's what Farage says. End of. No argument. You don't like it, Farage will get rid of you. Full stop. So what does that tell you? I don't understand why Sly News have wasted their money on the rap. It's still the press preview with a much worse name, and one that is so easily turned into the crap. yeah, Sly News and what they do and that. It's a bit, yeah, they're chosen sides of narratives now. But then they've done what BBC done, didn't they? They sort of like decided to side with something, and it's totally wrong because they took the money. I expect. So, like I say, if you want decent press, I mean, I watch Paul Thorpe, Dan Wootton, like I said earlier. There's a few channels. Just put in like Advance UK or whatever. You know, if you want to learn about Reform, put in Reform UK. But with Advance, you can look up Sarah White, Ben Habib, Paul Thorpe for starters. Tommy Robinson, he's got a YouTube channel. He deleted all his channel, all his videos, and I think maybe about 20 uploaded now. So I don't know what he done that for, but he did. Be good if you can go to one of their meetings and meet them in person, Wiz. Yeah, I will look to do that. Got to sort a few things, but yes, I will. 100%. Harry, Paul, thank you for looking after us. There you go, Paul. See, respect. We don't agree with the likes of Stephen Laws. We agree with keeping Islam out of British Parliament. Yep. As for GB News, I hate the two host shows, and Andrew Pearce is well past his sell-by date. Yeah, I don't know what GB News done. It's absolutely crazy. Yes, he's literally got interviewed by Paul Thorpe yesterday, I believe. I watched all of it, about half an hour or so. Yeah, young Bob has actually joined Advance UK. He's a smart cookie. He'll probably talk me under the table and all. But I always find it's hard to hold stuff in my head. I'll read something, it's got like half an hour later, and I've got to reread it. But yes, young Bob has joined Advance UK yesterday. Yep, good news. Good old young Bob. And he's an intelligent man. I think he's only like 17, 18. Engaged or something. So yeah, he's sort of wise and mature beyond his years. So Talk TV, the only one at the minute that's open to all, which is the why it should be, but how long will that last? Yeah. What thing is Piers Morgan? I haven't watched Piers Morgan for years because like he was getting on my nerves, and some of the stances he was taking, especially with Israel Palestine. It's like what. But anyone know what? Anyone know? Is he part of Talk TV? Nigel Fallon's part of GB News. Yeah, maybe I could actually look that up and investigate because I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. This is October 2024. Oh, it's saying I've got to pay to read it. Are you having a laugh? Here we go. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage has increased his shareholdings in GB News. According to latest documents filed to Company House this week, Farage has increased his shares from 300,000 to 500,000. It comes as Farage continues to rake it in from the channel, making £60,000 for just 20 hours of work, according to his latest register of interests. So that's where his interest is, look. So yeah. According to the Financial Times, George Farmer, the former boss of US social media platform Parler, has also become an investor in GB News, while Dan Wootton and Lauren Fox are both still shareholders despite having left the channel. So Dan Wootton is actually a shareholder. There's a bit of breaking news. I never knew that. Is that still valid now then? Let's have a look. That's crazy. I thought you would have... I saw 23, 24. I want something more up to date. But Dan Wootton has shares in GB News. Yeah, it's not saying anything about that, but that's crazy. So Nigel Farage and Dan Wootton, but that was 2024. Yeah, same here, mate. I've got holes galore. Bob is independent, I reckon. Bob, young Bob. Dan used to be on GB News, but I forgot. I thought, yeah, he got fired. Yeah, so but I don't know what the thing is there, whether he's still actually a shareholder or not. Who knows? That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, Keir Starmer is bracing for a bruising defeat in the upcoming Gorton and Denton by-election after key Muslim voting group endorsed the Green Party. The Muslim vote, which helped propel Shoka Adams, Adnan Hussein, Ayub Khan and Iqbal Mohammed into Parliament, last night confirmed it would be urging voters to support Zach Polanski's candidate. Oh, pressed the wrong bit there. Muslim voters, alongside many others in the constituency, will play a decisive role in this by-election. This moment must result in the defeat of both Labour and Reform through unity behind a single credible candidate. So that's part that this is going to be the trouble with the Islam narrative, etc. On this occasion, we believe the Green Party offers the strongest opportunity to win. And we urge them to work swiftly with local communities. Yeah, but what about what they say in their manifesto and this and that and everything else, what they stand for? Do you know what I mean? It's like gone out the window. It's just that, oh no, it's Green Party. While calling on all other progressive and independent alternatives to stand aside to give the best chance of delivering a clear break from politics as usual and pushing the community first. Gorton and Denton, which is the UK's 23rd most Muslim constituency with 30% of the electors identifying as followers of Islam, now looks poised to deal Keir Starmer a bloody nose less than 12 months after Labour lost Runcorn and Helsby to Reform UK. There you go. 30% of electors are identifying as followers of Islam. Realistically, we know that we're going to lose. But it was a question of what was worse, losing a by-election or losing control of Greater Manchester, which would have been a total disaster. However, another Labour source insists Keir is not writing the seat off. Well, from what we've read, he is, isn't he? Quick out of the blocks he needs to be, apparently. The Green Party is considering deploying its deputy leader, Moffin Ali, as its candidate. See, literally a Muslim candidate for the Muslim vote. Mr. Ali, who was once under investigation by party officials after shouting Allah Akbar following his council election win, has attacked Labour for supporting genocide in Gaza. See, that's how stupid he is. There is no genocide in Gaza. The only genocide was on October the 7th with Hamas and the Palestinians trying to genocide the Jews of Israel. So that's how twisted he is. I mean, that's all they do is lie. But to Keir, they lie. He has also shed support from the Muslim vote, which is backing the Greens. So he just lies, basically. Statement by the Muslim vote. So there you go. The blocking of Andy Burnham from standing in the upcoming Gorton and Denton by-election is yet another example of a Labour Party fearful of even the most basic democratic challenge. It reflects a leadership more concerned with control than with listening to the communities it claims to represent. So yeah, it goes on and on and on and on. Oh, it makes my eyes go funny. That seriously like bright pinky purple, wasn't it? Pink. However, Mr. Farage admitted Labour's decision to block Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham from contesting the seat has boosted Reform UK. He said Burnham would have galvanised the anti-Starmer vote. He'd have pushed the turnout up, and I think it would have been very difficult for us to beat him. I'm being absolutely frank about that. We might have come a good second. Well, so is that who you'd vote for? Moffin Ali on the right, Zach Polanski in the middle, and Rachel Millwood on the left. Reform UK finished in second on 5,142, meaning Mr. Farage requires a swing roughly the same size as in Runcorn and Helsby to win the seat. A Green Party source admitted that Mr. Polanski is looking to win over Pakistani votes ahead of February 29th. They're literally going for the Muslim vote. He's gone up from 300,000 to 500,000. Advance UK has a hell of a battle to get registered as a party, as they not want them as registered party, but it's sorted now. Yep, they got registered in that. Yep. I think Nigel got the highest shares now in GB News. Yeah, 500,000. That's some going. Robert, that means the 30% of going right down the tube. How does Muslims have a vote in Britain? See, that's another thing. I don't get it. I say, oh, we live in this country. We got a right. Like, you come here to literally like take over. So, I mean, let's be realistic. Advance have been registered for about a month now. Yes. Christ, 10 seconds in and you sound like a... Well, cheers, Josh. If you could subscribe, because obviously you haven't got a clue what we're talking about. So, Lieutenant, don't start then calling. You're welcome to learn about patriot beliefs and welcome to debate that we said last time. Yeah. Yeah, but anything else comes up like that from that Josh, then just delete him. One message in and you seem like the same. Yeah, he does. It says more about them than anything, doesn't it? Like, I bet he ain't even got a channel. What about the Christian vote? Yeah, exactly. Seems to be like no one cares. That's not a percentage. You gonk one ball. Quite. It's like trying to get a circuit out of the leftists. Yeah, I wonder how many. I wonder how many shares I actually get. I wonder if I can look that up. Let's have a look. So the CEO, Angelos Rangopoulos, owns 3.7%. A group of 28 staff collectively own about 3.33%. It doesn't say. It don't actually say. But 500,000 shares, blimey, that's loads. They must have millions available. But yeah, don't actually say the actual percentage. So who knows? Swordsmanship. He-Man, I have the power. A Green Party source admitted that Mr. Plancy is looking to win over Pakistani voters. So that's worrying. What we know is that this is a younger than average demographic in this constituency. It's got a higher than average number of Muslim votes, particularly Pakistani origin families. Mr. Polanski will launch his campaign at Longsight's Pakistani Community Centre at 7 p.m. tonight. That's what it's going to be. It's just they're literally going for nothing other than the Muslim vote by the looks of it. Labour's vote share among Asian Muslims had collapsed by 28% between 2019 and 2024. Support for pro-Palestine independent candidates and the Green Party surged as a result of Labour's drastic drop. That's how bad this country is. To be pro-Palestine, like there's issues. So, Mr. Galloway won a by-election in nearby Rochdale in 2024 before losing the heavily Muslim seats to Labour at the general election just a few weeks later. So, yeah. But basically, what can I say? Basically, there's some strange figures here that you might when asked to choose between Labour-led Keir Starmer and Reform UK led by Nigel Farage on a range of key issues, Labour leads on dealing with climate change 33 to 15%, improving the NHS 34 to 22%, and education 32 to 21%. Reform UK is trusted more for managing immigration and asylum, 44% to 23%. Strengthening Britain's defence and armed forces, 33 to Labour's 26. And supporting British business, 32 to 28. The parties are neck and neck on reducing the cost of living, 27 to 25. Boosting international trade encouragement, 30 to 29. Managed economy, 29 to 28. And they are tied on setting the right level of tax at 27% each. So it's a bit of a different read there from what we see and hear, don't you think? If you're saying Ben Habib is a cultural Muslim, then you're wrong. He's not. Dan Whitten might hold some from being an ex-employer. I doubt it's many. Yeah, that's what I think it is. That's for family and for other reasons, which, I mean, if he comes on, he's agreed to an interview, so we'll be discussing that. But I wouldn't say he's literally afraid of coming back. Paul went to Spain because he can. Yeah, I would if I could. Yeah, me too. Have a bit of Benidorm, but I know his family were out there as well. I believe his daughter and grandson or granddaughter, I believe. Don't want to get that wrong, but yeah, I mean, there's more reasons than you'd think. But yeah, I was looking at some of these figures. I was just like, crazy. Who would make a better prime minister? Even beat Keir Starmer to Nigel Farage, 32 to 31%. I just saw these figures, but we'll go through them at the end because strange. Look, Farage by 10, Farage by 10, Farage by 6, Farage by 2, Farage by 2, Starmer by 1. I can't see people preferring Starmer to Farage by 31 to 32%. No way. Not from what we see in here. Like, Keir Starmer is the most unpopular person ever in the history of this planet as a prime minister. So I can't see that at all. I cannot see that at all. It's rubbish. It's the rubbish. So yeah. Right. Oh. Don't know what I done then. Me dodgy buttons. Right. Let's. Paul played the pathway game and found out he needed to report himself to the re-education camp, so he left. Paul wouldn't come back to give away. I think his daughter lives in Benidorm, so you obviously don't know the bloke. Simple as. Never seen Paul selling a book or selling out membership, so I cannot believe what you're saying. No, it's just they got nothing else to say. Like people with me today, like, oh, okay, right, let's give him insults because we've got nothing quality to say. So. Muslims. Yeah. Do you guys vote like we do in elections? We are the people. Right, I actually caught up. That's good. An hour and a half. That's not bad, is it? But don't forget, tomorrow we are going live at 6:30. No, 6 o'clock. What am I on about? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. A boom, boom, boom. Yes. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. We're talking about a few things, but one of them is Starmer in China. That's bad. That's bad. And I'll have a look during tomorrow and what's happened today with regards to Advance and Reform and Labour. So we'll get all up to date and everything. So it will be good. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll actually do 6 o'clock. So hopefully that'll be more convenient, because like we know Mark and that, he looks after his mum and dad on it, and he said he's around 6 o'clock onwards. So I want to cater for everyone. So at the moment, you can have a look on my about page. It says like Monday, Tuesdays 1 p.m, Wednesday, Friday 4 p.m, Thursdays 6 p.m. So and obviously it's already up for tomorrow at 4 o'clock as well. So get your notification bells on. Happy days. So it's happy days. But yes, probably we haven't had the right to vote by a tyrannical government. So happy days, right? And then hopefully I'll check my emails and see if I get to talk to Paul Thorpe and arrange for him to come on. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, it'd be cushy. But thank you everyone in chat. It's been a good one, an hour and a half. So not as long as yesterday. That's what ended up being nearly like 3 hours, didn't it? Blimey. Surprised you guys were still sat there. I bet you're running to the toilet every 5 seconds. But it's all good. It's all good. I'll be back, like I say, tomorrow at 6 p.m. and Friday at 4. So get onto my main page and you ding ding notifications. Make sure you don't miss it. Happy days. But yeah, it'll all be good. It'll all be good. So thanks in the chat to the admin, Electrodoc, and to Robert Pouncey and everyone else who's been in the chat. Good or bad, it all helps the algorithm. But I hope you will stay safe, live the dream, blah blah blah. You know what I say. But that goes to show that. Tell me you haven't actually done any research ever in your life. No, he's not a Muslim, you melon, absolute melon. You're just lying. He's not. So you got that totally wrong. So maybe go do some research. Go and look up Ben Habib. But is Ben Habib Muslim? Look it up. Blimey heck. But yes, there you go. Ben is a non-practicing Christian. There you go. See, get your facts right. But anyway, happy days. What is it? 5:30. Happy days, happy days, happy days. I literally, yes, I have done everything. I caught up with that. Brilliant. So we are tickety boo, yeah. That's good. So happy days. Yes, always stand with Israel, stand with the Jews, stand with Jesus. He was a Jew. So yeah, we got Sultana, who's an absolute melonhead. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. I think I have nothing else to say. So brilliant. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Respect. Stay safe. Live the dream. And I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Yes, it's going to be a late one. 6 p.m. Happy days. But for now, ladies and gents, that is the wizard's words.